feast beyond your wildest dreams, a banquet prepared by the hand of God Himself. A table where all ultimate celebration that awaits those who put their faith in Jesus Christ.
The Marriage of the Lamb, Part C. Who are the invited guests in the marriage and marriage supper of the Lamb? Revelation chapter 19 verse 9 says, "And he saith unto me, Write, Blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb." One side issue should be noted. According to Revelation chapter 19 verse 9, wedding guests will be called to the marriage supper of the Lamb, and those who are called will be blessed. Since wedding guests are not the bride, it must be concluded that the guests at the marriage supper of the Lamb will not be part of Messiah's bride, some sects of the believers also known as church. But since the guests at the marriage supper of the Lamb will be blessed and will be in heaven, since that is where the marriage supper of the Lamb will take place, they must be believers. This can be referred in Revelation chapter 20 verse 6. The fact that the guests will be believers, but not part of the church, forces one to conclude that not all believers of all ages of history belong to the church. God has groups of believers distinct from the church. For example, out of 7 churches mentioned in the book of Revelation, the overcomers in the type of church of Philadelphia that qualify to be the bride of the Lamb. Revelation chapter 3 verse 12 says, "Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name." So this will be the special sect of believers who will become the bride of the Lamb. However, the overcomers of other types of believers will be guests at the marriage supper of the Lamb. In Matthew chapter 9 verse 15, Mark chapter 2 verse 19, and Luke chapter 5 verse 34, the apostles or disciples are referred to as the friends, guests, or children depending on the translation. In John chapter 3 verse 29, John the Baptist called himself as the friend of the bridegroom. Moreover, the Old Testament saints will already be assembled in heaven when the believers arrive there at the time of the rapture and marriage of the Lamb. So these sects of believers, apostles, or the Old Testament saints and prophets who are present in heaven will be the guests at the marriage supper of the Lamb.